Hello, my friends. Let me ask you something. Have you ever looked at a bathroom cabinet, just overflowing with supplements and prescriptions, and wondered to yourself, is there a simpler path to a long and healthy life? For years, so many of us have put our faith in these bottles. We pour our hope and our retirement savings into them. We follow complicated diets, push ourselves through exhausting exercise routines, believing we're doing everything right. But here's the frightening truth. That very focus, that constant search for a magic bullet, might be the biggest danger of all. It's a distraction. A dangerous one. It could be blinding you to the 5 simple morning habits that can truly decide the difference between living to 70 and thriving at 100. With over 30 years of experience as a family doctor, I can tell you this with certainty. My healthiest, most vibrant patients in their 90s, and even past 100, they don't do extraordinary things. They simply do a few ordinary things, with extraordinary consistency, especially before 8 a.m. Let me tell you about a wonderful patient of mine, Eleanor from Vermont. She just celebrated her 102nd birthday. When researchers looked at her life, they were stunned. Not by some secret supplement, but because for 40 years, she started every single day with the exact same 5 habits. Her doctor says she has the health of someone 20 years younger. In the next few minutes, I'm going to share those 5 habits with you. They cost nothing. They take almost no effort. And you can start tomorrow morning. I'll break down the simple science behind why they work and show you exactly how to make them a part of your life. And please, make sure you listen carefully all the way through. Because the 3rd habit I'll reveal takes less than 2 minutes. Yet, according to Harvard researchers, it's more powerful for extending a healthy lifespan than any supplement or exercise program ever studied. Everything I'm sharing today isn't just my own observation. It's backed by solid research from world-class institutions like Johns Hopkins, the Mayo Clinic, and Stanford University. My goal is simple: to give you trusted, practical information you can use. Before we dive in, I truly want to know how many of us have felt this way. If that feeling of being overwhelmed by complicated health advice sounds familiar to you, please take a moment to comment with a simple yes below. It lets me know I'm not just talking to a camera, and it shows everyone else in our community that they are not alone. Okay, let's begin. Alright, let's get right into it. We're going to explore the 5 foundational habits that the healthiest, longest-lived people I've ever met all share. These aren't complicated, they don't cost a dime, but they are profoundly powerful. Here is habit number 1. They wake up at the same time every single day. Now, I know what some of you might be thinking. What's the most common piece of advice we hear for staying healthy? Sleep more. So, what's the most common mistake I see people make, especially in their golden years? It's the habit of sleeping in on the weekends. We treat it like a little reward, a harmless treat for making it through the week. But what we don't realize is that we're actually throwing a wrench into the delicate gears of our own bodies. We think we're catching up on rest, but in reality, we are creating a state of internal confusion that can leave us feeling even more tired. Let me explain the science behind this, because it's truly fascinating. Imagine your body has a master clock, a beautiful, intricate timepiece located deep inside your brain. Scientists call this your circadian rhythm. It's the master conductor of your body's orchestra, telling every cell, every organ, and every hormone when to turn on and when to turn off. It controls your energy levels, your hunger, your body temperature, and even the repair processes that happen while you sleep. When you wake up at the same time every single day, that master clock runs perfectly. The entire orchestra is in perfect harmony. Now, as we get older, this internal clock becomes more sensitive. It's like an old, finely tuned grandfather clock. It keeps beautiful time, but it doesn't take much to throw it off. Even a small change, like waking up an hour or 2 later on a Saturday, can disrupt that delicate rhythm. Your body gets confused. This creates a kind of internal jet lag, leading to that familiar groggy feeling, systemic inflammation, and a deep cellular fatigue that no amount of extra sleep can seem to fix. This brings me to a symptom I'm sure many of you have felt. Have you ever slept for a full 8, even 9 hours, but woken up feeling just drained? That's not you being lazy. That is a classic sign of a dysregulated body clock. It's your body's way of screaming that its internal schedule has been violated. Groundbreaking research from institutions like Johns Hopkins has confirmed this repeatedly. But for me, the most powerful proof is in the lives of people I've met. People like Walter from Kansas. I met Walter when he was 96 years old. His secret: every single day, 7 days a week, for over 50 years, he woke up at 6:15 a.m. No exceptions. He told me, "Doc, my body knows what to expect from me, and it thanks me for it every single day." Walter understood instinctively what science is now proving. Consistency is a powerful form of medicine. So, the solution here is beautiful in its simplicity. Pick one time, just one, and stick to it. Set your alarm clock for that time, and when it goes off, get out of bed. Starting tomorrow, I want you to give your body the profound gift of consistency. If you're ready to commit to trying this for just 1 week, I want you to go down to the comments right now and type the word consistency. Let me know you're in this with me. That leads us directly into our second habit, and this one is a game changer for your energy levels first thing in the morning. Habit number 2. They drink 16 ounces of water before anything else. So many of us, myself included, love the ritual of starting the day with a hot, fragrant cup of coffee. It's comforting. But reaching for that coffee mug on an empty stomach is one of the biggest and most common health mistakes an older adult can make. It feels like you're kickstarting your day, but you're actually setting your body up for a struggle. Let's look at what's really happening inside your body. After a long night's sleep, your body is in a state of dehydration. Your blood has literally become thicker overnight, which forces your heart and kidneys to work harder. Now, what happens when you introduce coffee into that environment? Coffee is a diuretic. That means it tells your kidneys to flush out more water. So, you're taking a body that is already crying out for water and telling it to get rid of even more. This becomes critically important as we age. As the years go by, our kidneys naturally become less efficient at conserving water. It's a normal part of the aging process. This means our bodies are already more prone to dehydration. Therefore, that first thing in the morning rehydration isn't just a good idea. It is an absolute necessity to support our kidney function. And the signs of this morning dehydration are often things we just blame on getting older. Do your joints feel particularly stiff and achy when you first get out of bed? Do you feel a sense of brain fog? That's not just age. More often than not, it's a direct symptom of your body and brain being starved for water. The science on this from respected institutions like the Mayo Clinic is incredibly clear. But the story that truly cemented this for me was from a patient of mine, a gentleman named Frank from Idaho. I met Frank when he was 98 years old, and his kidney function was astonishingly good. I had to ask him his secret. He just chuckled and said, "Doc, it's no secret. For the last 15 years, the first thing I do every single morning is drink 2 big glasses of water that I left on my nightstand." He was living proof of the power of this simple habit. So here is the incredibly simple, life-changing action. Tonight, before you go to bed, fill a glass with 16 ounces of water and place it right on your nightstand. Tomorrow morning, before your feet touch the floor, before you think about coffee, I want you to sit up and drink all of it. You must nourish your body before you ask it to perform. If you're with me on this, if you're going to put that glass of water by your bed tonight, please go to the comments right now and write one word: hydrate. It's a promise to yourself. Now we move to the third habit. We've taken care of the body's clock, we've hydrated its cells, and now we must tend to the mind. Habit number 3. They spend 5 minutes in grateful reflection. What is the very first thing that pops into your head when you wake up? For so many of us, our eyes open and our minds immediately begin to race through the day's to-do list, our worries, our anxieties. We have launched ourselves directly into problem-solving mode. But this mental habit is flooding your body with stress hormones before your day has even truly begun. The science on this is absolutely clear. When your brain is focused on worry, it releases a hormone called cortisol. When it's constantly dripping into your system, it becomes a primary driver of inflammation and accelerated aging. However, when you deliberately shift your focus to gratitude, you trigger the release of feel-good neurochemicals, like dopamine and serotonin, which actively counteract the cortisol. This isn't just a nice idea. It is an essential practice for healthy aging. Why? Because chronic low-grade stress is one of the greatest enemies of a long and healthy life. Gratitude, practiced intentionally, is the most powerful and completely free antidote to that poison. And the symptoms of that inner stress are things we often just accept as part of life. That feeling of constant, humming anxiety, difficulty falling asleep, a weak immune system. These are often signs of a system overloaded with stress. Dr. Robert Emmons, the world's leading scientific expert on gratitude, has demonstrated through research that a regular gratitude practice can reduce key inflammatory markers in the body by up to 25%. I saw this in a patient named Evelyn from Montana. At 101, she told me her secret was the 5 minutes she spent every single morning, before her feet hit the floor, just thinking about what she was thankful for. She said, "It doesn't make the problems go away, Doc. It just makes my world bigger than my problems." The solution is that simple. Tomorrow morning, before you get out of bed, just lie there for a moment. Think of 3 specific things you are grateful for. They don't have to be big. I am grateful for this warm bed. I am grateful I can hear the birds outside my window. I am grateful for the cup of coffee I'm about to enjoy. That's it. Start your day with peace, instead of panic. This is truly amazing, isn't it? If you think so, please share that feeling in the comments by just typing "wow." Alright, on to our 4th habit. This one is all about protecting your independence and preventing the one thing we all fear as we get older. Habit number 4. They do 5 minutes of gentle movement. Think about it. After lying still for 8 hours, your body is like a machine that has gone cold. Suddenly jumping out of bed and starting your day is like trying to start a car in the dead of winter and immediately flooring the gas pedal. It's a shock to the system, and it's precisely in those first few moments that injuries and falls are most likely to happen. Gentle movement in the morning does 3 critical things. First, it lubricates your joints by stimulating the production of synovial fluid. Second, it increases blood flow to your muscles, warming them up. And third, it gently wakes up the part of your nervous system responsible for balance and coordination. This becomes non-negotiable as we age, because the risk of falling is one of our greatest threats. A fall can be the single event that changes everything, leading to a loss of independence. Preparing your body properly in the morning is your first, and most important, line of defense against that risk. What are the signs your body needs this? Do your knees crackle and pop when you stand up? Does your back feel stiff and locked up in the morning? That is your body literally crying out for a gentle warm-up. Research has shown that just 5 minutes of targeted morning movement can reduce the risk of a fall by up to 60%. I'll never forget Henry from Oregon, a 99-year-old patient who had never suffered a serious fall in his life. He was fiercely independent. He told me, "My 5 minutes in the morning are non-negotiable. They are my independence insurance." Here is your practical action plan. Tomorrow, while you are still lying in bed, gently rotate your ankles one way, then the other. Do the same with your wrists. Then, sit on the edge of the bed and do a few gentle shoulder rolls. Finally, stand up and do a few gentle side stretches. That's it. It takes only 5 minutes. Protect your independence with these 5 minutes of preparation. If you agree that 5 minutes is a tiny price to pay to help prevent a life-altering fall, go to the comments and type "movement." This brings us to our 5th and final habit for today, and it's about feeding your strength. Habit number 5. They eat protein within 30 minutes of waking. The traditional American breakfast we grew up with is often things like toast with jam, a bowl of sweet cereal, or a pastry. They taste good, they're easy, but they are silently robbing us of our most precious physical asset, our muscle mass. Let's look at the science. After fasting all night, your body enters what is called a catabolic state. That's a scientific term, meaning it has started to break down your muscle tissue to use for energy. The only thing that can flip the switch and tell your body to stop breaking down muscle and start building and repairing it is protein. It's the signal your body is waiting for. This is the absolute core of staying strong and independent as we age. The gradual loss of muscle as we get older, a condition called sarcopenia, is the root cause of frailty. It's why it becomes harder to get out of a chair, carry groceries, or play with grandchildren. Eating a significant amount of protein first thing in the morning is your single most powerful weapon in the fight against sarcopenia. What are the symptoms of this muscle loss? Do you feel noticeably weaker when lifting things you used to handle easily? Is it getting harder to push yourself up out of a deep sofa? That isn't just old age. That is a direct sign of sarcopenia, and you have the power to fight back. The research on this is overwhelming. But the image I always carry with me is of my patient, Margaret from Texas. At 97, she lived alone and did all of her own cooking and cleaning. Her strength was phenomenal. Her secret? Every single morning, without fail, she ate 2 scrambled eggs and a small bowl of Greek yogurt. She was fueling her muscles for the day ahead. So here is your mission. Aim to eat 20 to 30 grams of protein within about 30 minutes of waking up. It doesn't have to be complicated. 2 or 3 eggs, a serving of Greek yogurt, or a quality protein shake are all perfect choices. Feed your strength with the very first meal of the day. Go to the comments and type strength to make a promise to your muscles that you will give them the fuel they need to keep you strong and independent for years to come. As we come to the end of our time together today, let's think back to the wonderful people we met. Think about Walter from Kansas, at 96 years young, whose unwavering 6:15 a.m. wake-up time gave him a steady, reliable energy that amazed me. Think about Frank from Idaho, whose simple habit of drinking 2 glasses of water each morning was his secret to astonishingly healthy kidneys at the age of 98. Remember Evelyn from Montana, who, at 101, found profound meaning and peace in her 5 minutes of grateful reflection, telling me it made her world bigger than her problems. And Henry from Oregon, at 99, fiercely protecting his independence with what he called his insurance policy. 5 minutes of gentle movement. And of course, the incredible Margaret from Texas, fueling her 97-year-old strength every single day with 2 eggs, refusing to become frail. These people are not superhuman. They are not celebrities with private chefs. They are ordinary Americans, just like you and me. They are simply people who understood a profound secret, that the small, simple, and consistent choices made in the quiet of the morning are what build a lifetime of health, vitality, and independence. And that is the core lesson for today. Extraordinary health is not found in some complicated, expensive secret. It is built, brick, by the small, wise habits we practice with persistence. You are in the driver's seat. You have control over your health, and that control begins the moment your eyes open tomorrow morning. But knowledge is only powerful when we put it into action. So now, I have one important question for you. What is the one commitment you are making to yourself after watching this video? It doesn't have to be big. It could be as simple as, I will drink water first thing, or, I will try the gentle movements before I stand up. Just one thing. Please share your personal commitment in the comments below. Writing it down is the first step to making it real, and it lets us all inspire each other to take that first step forward. And if you found real value and inspiration in our time together, show your support by giving this video a like. It's a simple click for you, but it helps this message reach so many others who might need to hear it. To ensure you continue on this journey with us and never miss another video full of life-changing wisdom, hit that subscribe button. It's more than just subscribing. It's joining a community, a family, dedicated to living our best lives, together. Finally, think of one person who needs to hear this message today, and please share it with them. A phone call, a text, an email. You might just change their life. Thank you for watching. Stay healthy, stay wise, and I'll see you in the next video.